you doing? Good, I hope. Yeah. Anyway, seeing as we probably won't be able to Skype for the next few days, Morgan and I wanted to tell you about our evening last night. Our awesome evening. Fantastic. So as you know, we went to the Todrick Hall show. We met a lot of famous people. Good pictures. Lots of pictures. A lot of famous people, as in who else? Who was there? Glozell, Kingsley, Alpha Cat, hairdressers, Marlon Wayans, Corbin Wood. You didn't get a picture of that. We did. And a bunch of other YouTube people too. So, yeah, so we got there, we took the train to Union Station, and then we took another train to North Hollywood to the El Portal Theater, which is where it was being held, and we got there kind of early, so we went to go get Starbucks. Of course. Go and get Starbucks. If you ever have any question about what you should do with your life, it's usually go to Starbucks, and then you'll figure it out. So, we got in, we got our tickets, because they were at Will Call, so we picked them up, and we went in our seats, and basically we were in the cheap seats, up in the top. We're like in the front of the top row, so it's like, it's still a really good view, and it's a really small theater too, so it's like probably any seat that you chose, you'd get a good view. We got tired of that and kind of like slipped down to the mosh pit. But okay, there's stuff that happened before that. So we got there early, and so it was supposed to start at 7:30, and it was starting about 7:45. While we're waiting in our seats, people are coming in, Glozell, Victoria Justice come in, and people are like running to them, and we're like, who's here? Who's here? But then, so the show starts, and guess who opens the show? I'm 5 opens the show. And in case you don't know who they are, they're the Disney dudes, who I'm pretty sure I've showed you their videos. If you don't know who they are, yeah. I sing their songs all the time, so you've probably heard me sing their songs. So, yes, the Disney dudes were there, and it was so exciting, and everybody went crazy, everybody and their mom, which there actually were a lot of moms there. And toddlers. Yeah, which is weird, because he calls, his fans the toddlers, but they were, legitimate 5-year-olds in the crowd. And this one little girl, we met her and her mom later. Their names are Sharon and Taylor. And Taylor was this little 5-year-old girl, and we didn't know it, but this was her show too, because she ran up on the stage a couple of times when we didn't even know how she got there. But always dancing, taking pictures. Taking pictures with the people she didn't even know. People were taking pictures with her just because she was having such a good time. Yeah. It was kind of funny. But, okay, so the show starts off with I'm 5. They do a couple of their, original songs, which is awesome. Sounds great. They just came out with their new single yesterday. So they performed that for the first time. And then, after they performed, Todrick came out. After they performed, then it was that little intermission where we took pictures with Victoria Justice and Glozell and Kingsley and that other guy. We're gonna find his name. Yes. So when that intermission ends and the lights go back down, I see everybody, there are a bunch of people who are just standing in front of the stage, in this little area, because there's the seats and then there's a little area, I guess, where you would call it the mosh pit. So there are people just standing there. So I'm like, by the time we actually get down to the stairs where we need to be, it's dark and people are coming on stage, and I'm like, Morgan, let's just stay over here in the front. And that's basically where we stayed for the entire rest of the show. And it was 9 came back down. Oh, and Kelly got pulled up on stage. Oh yeah, got the whole thing on video. Make sure. We do. Yes, we do. Okay, so how that happened was they were doing a couple of their songs and their sets, and it was really live. And then, during one of their their set changes, they brought people on stage to do a game. And one of Todrick's first viral videos was that he sang/rapped his McDonald's order. And so basically that's the game that they played. They brought up 3 people, Taylor, the 5-year-old, they brought up me and this other girl with green hair. She was cool. They brought the 3 of us up, and basically they gave us notepads, and they sang their orders to us. So Taylor had a McDonald's order, I had a Subway order, and then the other girl had a Starbucks order. And they sang the order to us, and we had to repeat it back to them. And, based off of how well you repeated the order, they would give you t-shirts. And they gave everybody t-shirts. So I got a free t-shirt, which is, I'll show you later, because it's packed in my bag right now. But that was really cool, and I got to hug Todrick Hall, and I saw Thursday, and I saw Bone to the Quisha.
I love her.
I don't even know what her real name is. That's terrible. But I know Bone Quisha. So yeah, that was really awesome. And then, I was getting it on stage, touching that dance a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's all on the video. It's kind of, it's
something.
It's something. So then I went back down and, they kept going with their songs. They did Beauty and the Beat and Meet Girls, and they did Once Upon a Crime, and they did, what else did they do?
Kicked her wig off.
Ooh.
Loved it.
Oh yeah, somebody's wig got kicked off, but it's okay. She played it off very well. So yeah, he basically just did all of his really great songs. He did a couple of his original songs, which was awesome too. Like people were crying, people had their cell phones out, doing the whole with their flashlights on. It was a beautiful scene. It was beautiful. And then what else happened? I'm 5 came out again, and they did one of their Disney Dudes sets. They did Disney Dudes 3.
Two.
No, they did 3. They did 3. And they came out in their outfits and everything. We wish that they would do 2, because 2 is our favorite one. Yeah. But 3 was good too, because it has one of my favorite Disney songs in it. That's good. And, we were right there. We were right there.
Eye contact, hand distance.
We tried really hard for the eye contact and, the hand touch and the, look into my phone and, take a picture, but no, we didn't get any of that. But it's okay. It's okay. We got to meet them later. We shall hear about it in a second. Then what happened after Disney Dude?
Well, after we got back to twerking and wearing Kelly twerks now, apparently.
I don't.
Yes, she does.
I just kind of move the way I normally move. But me and Sharon, Taylor's mom, the 5-year-old's mom, we were getting it. It was me, because it was me in the front. There's a bunch of people, but what I was surprised about was that more people weren't dancing. More people weren't standing up. I'm you guys, what the heck? Oh well.
They like the videos, but
they don't get into the videos. Yeah, Sharon is she's another black lady. She just turns out to be a Zeta. We talked to her about that afterwards. But no, then there's this other girl who was Hispanic, and she was dancing. She came up and started dancing. And there's a couple of Asian girls who dancing too. Yeah. But I was hey, yes, get it. It was fun. So after twerking in the rain and after the Beyonce set and everything, it was over, sadly. But it was an awesome show. It was so good. All the dancers were awesome. We saw Twerk de Soleil, we saw Chester, we saw all the people who are always in his videos, and it was so much fun. Then we can talk about the meet and greet. Okay, yes, we shall. Go ahead, explain our situation.
Our
situation.
Well, we decided to get in line, right, to go to this meet and greet. We think it's open for everybody. So,
why wouldn't the meet and greet be open to everybody, right?
So we're in line, we're waiting. We get all the way to the front of the line. Lady from this way.
Because apparently we didn't have the right tickets. It's supposed to be it was supposed to be for people who got I forget what
the toddlers high chair and then toddlers.
The high chairs
and the crib.
Yeah. That's how the seating sections were. It was basically the front middle section, and we were on the sides. We were on the high sides. So our tickets didn't let us in. But we're you know what?
Let's go.
Let's try again. No, because Chester, who was the guy who pulled me up on stage, which is one of Todd's and who was also in a lot of his videos, I wanted to go say thank you to him for bringing me up on stage. So we went back into the theater, which is where the line was snaking out of. And so we went back, but he wasn't there. So I'm you know what? Oh, so then we try and leave. So then we try and go out the opposite exit, but then we accidentally kind of ran into their dressing room. Yeah. Oops, our bad. But we didn't go through it. We're just we saw somebody's back of someone's head leave, and we're come on. Yeah, let's go the other way. So then by that time, when we get back into the original theater trying to leave on the opposite side, which is where we were originally, we're just the line got really short, and so we're you know what, let's just stay in the back of the line, be the last person, and be we're not supposed to be here, but we're the last ones, and can we say hi? Can we take pictures? Because I'm 5 was taking pictures of the meet and greet, and Todrick was taking pictures, and then a lot of his cast was just roaming around. So that's what we did, and it turns out that the people who were right in front of us were in the same boat as us. They picked up random tickets that were on the floor, and they're yeah, we didn't have tickets to this either, but we're gonna go see him anyways. So we're yes. And it was cool because a lot of people were like, hey, you were the girl that went on stage. Like, oh yeah, we met some awesome people in line. Yeah. So the first time that we were in line, we were right next to Sharon and Taylor, and then we met these two people named Amanda and Tim. Amanda and Tim. And like we were all talking, we were like, yes, like you were getting it up on stage and stuff like that, and that was awesome. Yes. And so we found out that Sharon has a Zeta, which is really cool because she was wearing her little bracelets, and she invited us to their picnic this weekend, which I don't think we would go to because all the stuff. But it was really cool. We talked, we exchanged emails, we exchanged phone numbers. Did she even email you pictures? No, because she's going again tonight. Remember? Oh yeah. So she'll probably just do them tomorrow. If not, I'll text her. So that was cool. She was really, really cool. Like super cool. Really cool. Yeah, and everybody we talked to them on just super nice. We didn't know any of them, but we hit it off pretty well with pretty much everyone that we talked to. And then we took pictures. We took pictures with I Am 5, Todrick Hall. Well, wow, we were taking pictures with Todrick Hall. So earlier that night when we were in line for the meet and greet, I was like, Morgan, do you think Todrick Hall would perform at our homecoming? And I said, go for it. Ask him, why not? So when we were taking pictures with Todrick, Morgan goes, Kelly has a question to ask you, Todrick. And then I say, would you be interested in performing at Hampton University's homecoming? And he was like, where's that? We're like, Virginia. He's like, sure. Let me see if I have anything going on. And he's like, where is that? Yeah, something else. Oh, when is it? I was like, it's in October. He's like, yeah, if I don't have anything going on, I'd love to. And so I was like, cool. So he's like, yeah, add me on Instagram, we can DM, and we'll figure it out. So I was like, awesome! And granted, I have no idea if SGA or whoever is planning that is taking suggestions for who's going to be performing at homecoming this year, or how that process works. So I'm going to talk to like Rashad or Justin or something to see if I can like slip that in there, maybe get that set up, because like the show was awesome. It was so great. Yeah, I have Justin. Yeah, I have Justin number. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, it was such a great performance, and it was awesome. So I asked him. He said, "We'll talk," and I was like, okay. Oh, and then we met this other guy who was one of Todrick's friends in line, because he came up behind us in line, and his name was Justin. He came up behind us in line, and he just was like, yeah, I just have something to give him. And then we started talking, and it was really cool, and I got his Instagram, and then I tagged him in the picture, and it was tight. Yeah. And what else happened? Oh! So what happened after we met Todrick? Well, all I'm 5 kind of dispersed, because we were like the last ones in the group. So we kind of went and took pictures with every single one of them. Individually. Pretty great. Yeah, and so it was great because we took pictures of Will first, and those selfies didn't turn out very well. So we ended up taking a redo with him later on in the evening because we were waiting for my dad to come. So we were just like, let's chill out here. Oh, and they gave us posters. They did. Signed by Todrick Hall right there. Yeah, and it was cool because like technically we weren't supposed to be there, so we were supposed to get our own there. Whatever. We were the last ones there, basically. They were closing up the theater, and everyone was pretty much gone except for us and a couple others who were just waiting for their rides. And the guys and like everybody else was like coming out from backstage and from their dressing room and whatever. So we talked to Will, we talked to David, we talked to Cole, we talked to Dana. We didn't really talk to Dana. But we took on Kids Bop. Did you know that? I didn't know. We didn't know that. But he was on Kids Bop. So we talked to Dana. We didn't get a chance to talk to Gabe. But his girlfriend was there, and it was just the cutest thing. Like, it was so adorable. Like, she was like taking pictures for like everybody who wanted to take pictures of him. She was the one taking pictures, and I was like, yes, good girlfriend. And then like after everybody had gone, and like it was just them, he like came over and like gave her a kiss on both cheeks and like grabbed her face. It was adorable. Yes, be the dedicated boyfriend. It's not easy seeing all these females with your boyfriend. I know. It's not easy seeing all these females, period. But I mean, she was there, and she was like, so supportive, and it was so cute. It was just so cute. I loved it. So, props to Gabe for that. Yes. I would take notes out. Now you know. I'll be watching. Yeah. Anyways, so, we were outside, just chilling. And I was feeling good. I had a headache, and I got sick earlier that week. Not actually got, I disappeared for a good little bit. Let's just go with that. And so, this is your story. Go ahead and tell it.
Okay, so I leaned on Kelly, but before I leaned on Kelly, I know the guys are coming out, but I didn't know how they were gonna go.
We're waiting in the front of the theater for my dad to come, and so we're just chilling, and everybody's leaving from that same door, so we're just chilling there.
And then I was just on Kelly's shoulder.
She was facing me.
Yes,
she was facing me, and then so they're coming out of the theater, and I see Cole, who was one of the guys from I Am 5. I see Cole, and we make eye contact. And he kind of points at Morgan. He's like, "What's going on?" And I was like, "She needs a hug."
And I didn't know who was hugging me. I was just like, Kelly wouldn't let a strange guy hug me. And he's like,
he comes up behind her. He comes up behind her like this. She's like, "Ow!" Not like that. He's like, "Are you tired?"
Like, no, I have a headache. And then I started turning, and I think that's when he lets go. He's like, "It'll be okay." I was like, one of his friends, I guess, were like, "You didn't know who that was?" I'm like, "No." He's like, he just thought it was some strange.
Like, yeah, I wouldn't do that to you, Morgan. When it comes to hugs from strange guys, I make sure that they're good ones. Good ones.
Best. And I had to follow everyone on Twitter now.
Yeah, she did. We stalked everybody's Instagrams. We tweeted them last night. It was good. It was so much fun. I would say this is top 2 for nights in summer. The first one was at FDL that I told you about, and then this one was top 2. I don't know which one was better.
I think this one is my first one, and then my second one was my new night out with concert like Ed Sheeran, Demi Lovato, Calais, Andy Grammer. That was pretty fun. I like that. That's good.
So yeah, we were so happy that we got to go.
We have to go again one day.
Yes.
Whenever
I would love to see it again with more.
And we'll get the second highest tickets instead.
No, we'll just get the same one. And
he might not be at the airport now. He might be even more famous, so we might hold it in a bigger theater.
We'll get in there somehow. We'll finesse it.
We'll work it out.
We major finesse last night. My finesse game was up here. It was through the roof. I'm pretty proud of that.
It was fun. It was crazy. Now we gotta work on this. It's gotta happen. It's gotta happen. Spread the word who Todrick Hall is now.
Yes, please.
Get people on our side.
Yes. But apparently his manager is someone that I might know of, not personally, but I know his manager who managed someone else who's pretty big. Kind of a big deal, so we'll see what we can get going. It would be really cool, though, I think, if he came to Hampton, because I know Indigo, which is Imani's sister, who goes to Howard, she's, huge Todrick Hall fan. So I was like, if Cali people get on this, then so we'll see. It'll be fun.
But it was funny, because during I Am 5's one of the sets, I forgot the name of the song, but you know how it goes yeah. No one in the theater really
knew what song was it? It was that song that goes yeah. It was that one.
By the end of the song, I don't even know.
You know the one.
I can't know the words.
You know the words.
Me and Kelly do.
We knew the song, so we were jamming, because the guys on stage, they were jamming too, so we were jamming with them. And then at that point in the song, we knew what to do, but no one else was just doing it. And we're okay, you guys. But it was funny. And then Will's mic didn't work. It was sad.
But Dana took over. It's okay.
No, that was when Gabe's mic didn't work. Yeah, because that was when the rap portion of the song came on, and Gabe was in front, but his mic didn't work, so Dana did it. Which I was like, yeah, great performance skills. Great performance skills. Yeah. That was my night. And now Morgan's waiting for her auntie to come, and I'm packing for Mom Desert right now. So yeah, it was so much fun. I'm glad I got to see you. We took some awesome pictures.
We did.
Beware of the Instagram
and
blood
Facebook.
That's about to ensue.
But you're gonna be there.
Yeah. But I think you might have liked it.
I think you would have. Parts of it.
Parts of it you would like.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It was only Kelly wasn't.
What?
Never mind. What? She loves you, Alex. Let's keep it at that. Let's keep it at that. Let's not.
I'm confused. I don't know.
It's okay. Okay, now it's 20 minutes.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so I hope you're having a good day. Helping your cousin move.
Have a great rest of the summer. See you in 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Second one. Is that, yeah, I think 2 Sundays.
Yeah. See you in 2.5 weeks. I hope your moving goes well. I'll probably talk to you before that, before you move in. So,
Bye, Alice.
Bye.